Hi, and welcome to MyCTOfriend, the place where non-technical founders build successful startups by improving their tech management skills. I'm Amaury, and today I'm going to answer a question from Colette, the co-founders of a health tech startup. Her question is, how do I evaluate a developer's proposal? Before answering this question, let's add a bit of context. Colette already has a great offline business with its own practitioners network. Her business is growing, and she's about to develop a new set of tools to industrialize her ecosystem and bring her business to a scalable level. She has already wrote the specifications to create both a web and a mobile application. It's now time to evaluate the developer's proposal. And let's see what a good one should contain. First, the project context. This is where your provider will reformulate what he understood of your business, of your market. Then, the same thing for your product, your solution. What did he really understand about what you want and what you really need? Next, the deliverables. What the provider can commit to and what are the milestones and the estimated starting date that he can do and provide. Next, that will be the technologies that your providers will recommend you to use. Why this specific language? Why this framework? Why is it better than another's? And you will see that several providers will come with different solutions, and that's fine. That's your job now to figure out which one are the best on short-term and long-term basis. Then you have the deliverables ownership. The ownership of the source code. I mean, who will be the owner of your application? Because some providers just provide a service-based solution and not the entire software. Or maybe they can provide you the solution, but you are not able or you are not allowed to internalize the development or to reuse the source code and to work on your own on it. So that's something that you need to discuss right from the bat with your providers. And the following step and the following point that you really need to check is what are their project management and quality assurance methodology, which means how they are going to lead the project, how they are going to ensure that the application will reach a certain standard, and if they provide or not some quality assurance. If it's not, that means that you will have to work on it and you will have to test the entire application. And that can make a huge difference between two providers. One providing a final product ready to deploy and to provide to your customers. The other one just providing a software that you need to test and then you need to provide lots of feedbacks and debug things with the providers. So that's two different things. Of course, you can save money if you choose the second options, and the first one will be a bit more expensive. It depends on what you can afford and if you are willing to spend time on debugging your application. So the next one is obvious. This is previous user case, testimonials from similar projects. And I highly recommend you to call previous clients and not asking them if you should go with them or not, but asking them what would they recommend us to do in order to be more effective and what would they do differently today working with these providers. The next point will be, of course, the company and the team details. Try to talk to developers, try to meet people that you are going to work with for a month or maybe more than month. And the last point, of course, are the price. The price, I would say, do not have that much importance. Of course, for you, it can have some importance, but that's not what will prove that you have a good provider or not. Because you have some very good provider at a high price and you have some very good provider at a low price as well. The service is not just the same and maybe the standard are not just the same and you might need to work more. I had some clients basically that choose some low price and I help them to counterbalance and to guide them and to guide the provider to become more professional. So basically, we can also help a provider who propose a cheap price to raise his price down the road and to become more professional if you have the knowledge and if you have a bit of guidance to help them grow in their own skill sets. So choosing a provider is an important thing. It takes good communication between you and your potential provider, but it also entails being able to evaluate someone else's skills when you do not have them yourself. So in order to make a good decision, here is what you should focus on. First, the product understanding. Did they get it? Do they know what you really want? And were they able to reformulate it with their own words? Then, technology. Why do they think you should use one technology over another? Then, obviously there is a price, and just check this is within the average in terms of days and charge. You might have some proposal with maybe 20 days and another one with 100 days. Try to figure out who was right in terms of really understanding your needs and find, again, the average charge that is required for your project. Next, the long-term relationship and the risk management is very important. So first, get the source code from the day one. Are they willing as well to teach to your team, your future team, how to internalize the development? And do they provide testing, or is it something that you have to do as a client? So to conclude and answer Colette's question, the most important thing is to evaluate the level and the quality of communication between you and your provider, making sure that they are able to listen to you and teach you what you need to know. And now, if like Colette, you have a specific question for your project, just go ahead and ask on myctofriend.co/ask. I will do my best to answer your question by video or to redirect you to existing content that will answer it. And I also publish a new video every week. So subscribe now to get better every day at tech management and build your startup successfully. Also be sure to go through our other content on myctofriend.co to learn from real startup growth experience. Waiting for your question, I look forward to seeing you in other videos. Cheers.